it just hit a lot. So I thought we would just jump in just so we can get you guys on and off. But like, congratulations, everybody that's on here. We are so excited to come on here and meet you guys, tell you guys a little bit about who we are, what we do, why we do it, and all the fun we have. We've just, oops, a group of us have just come back from the Maldives. Some of us are first-time trip earners, some of us five-time trip earners. And that's my husband. He's like, I went there too. And these trips, you can take a +1, which is excellent. And so, look, you're all on here for different reasons. We all come into a business like this for different reasons. Whether it is, because the industry at the moment, the increase in the cost of living, you just want an extra income, you come in for friends or support, maybe you're looking to pay off some debt, maybe you have big goals in life, or maybe it's just something little to take your family on a holiday. So whatever it is, we have what you're looking for. And so hopefully you'll get something out of tonight. Definitely reach out keep an open mind. That's probably one thing that I have to say is keep an open mind. When I was introduced to this business, so my name is Christy Waterworth, guys. When I was introduced to this business, I was actually 23 years old. I didn't need a business like this. I didn't, all I wanted was an extra income. I wanted to do something alongside my full-time job. I was looking for an online opportunity, something to do alongside my life. And what happened is I did little bits of this business over time, and it started to grow. I ended up in a job where I enjoyed it, but it caused me a lot of stress, anxiety. I was working 60 to 70-hour weeks. I was exhausted. I never had any money left at the end of the month, and I knew there was a better way. There has to be a better way. Like, I was commuting 3 hours to and from work every day, working 60 to 70-hour weeks and having nothing left. And I was like, I can't, I don't want to go on with a life like this. And so I was actually following someone. She was a yes mum. She said yes to her family. She went on these awesome trips. Didn't know they were paid for by the company. She was traveling the world, and I seen her life transformed, and she invited me to this opportunity, and that's how I got involved. I had no idea what I was doing, but I definitely looked at the bigger picture, and little did I know. So I've now been in the business for 11 years. I've been on 5 success trips. Little did I know how much I actually needed this business until I needed this business. 3 years ago, I had my first baby, and I thought I had, like, before kids, I had no maternal instinct. I thought, yeah, kids can go to kindy, someone else can look after them. But what happened when I had my first child, I didn't want him to go to kindy. I wanted to be able to see all the milestones. And because of the business, I haven't work. And I have been able to achieve my goals. I've reached the highest point in the company. I've still been able to travel the world. I've still been able to tick so many boxes off. I am now a yes mum. I am surrounded every day by women all other, and I get to travel with these. Like, that's just so amazing. And we want to travel with more women, and more couples and families and friends. And so just why are you on this call today? Just think about that. Keep an open mind. And one lady that I got to travel with, and, I only met her recently, but we've been working online for ages, is Emma Glenn. Emma, please jump on and share a little bit about your story. If Emma's on, but if not, that's okay. Roll.
I was talking, but that's okay. I had myself muted, but we'll go from there. So I am Emma. I'm a mum. I'm a wife. I work full time, and I'm going to tell you tonight a little bit about myself and my journey. So I had horrible skin. I knew I needed to find something that was going to solve my problems. I hated photos. I would hide from them at all costs, and I found the Lumi, and that's where everything changed. after getting the Lumi, that was my 30th birthday, I knew that I wanted to try other things, but we couldn't afford them. We both work full time. We lived week to week. And I decided that I wanted to share the one thing that helped me. So I wanted to share that with other people that were silently suffering with their skin. I started seeing what helping other people was not only doing for them, but doing for my family's freedom. And it really lit a passion inside. My husband worked a job that took him away from us. He was early mornings gone. He was home after the boys were in bed. We relied on his wage so much that he wasn't able to find anything else. So it came to a point where I seen leverage in this business, and he was able to sack his boss. He was able to go out and do something that he was passionate about. He's been able to start his own business, which has created more freedom, and it's helped us with luxuries. This business has helped me be able to purchase a caravan, which is so exciting because we're going to be able to make family memories, and that's the whole reason behind this for me. And we're not just staying afloat anymore. So life's become fun again. And I never thought that helping other people would land me on a plane traveling to Maldives on an all expense paid trip, but it did. We've been married for 12 years, and back then we had no money for a honeymoon. So other things just took priority. But I'm proud to say that it's better late than never, isn't that the saying? And we got to head overseas to the most perfect honeymoon destination. We were surrounded with fantastic people. It was so much fun. And it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't decide to do something that was different, something that was out of the norm. You don't need to be an influencer. You don't even need to know how to use social media. I sure didn't know how to use it. I would post once or twice a year, maybe for a birthday, maybe for an anniversary. I didn't know the first thing. I didn't even know how to put a story up. But the thing is, in this tribe, in this community, you have the support, you have one-on-one mentoring, you have the whole tribe that is going to teach you absolutely everything. And we're here to show you the tips and tricks of the trade, everything that we've learned over the years of doing it. You're going to have access to the things that have helped us grow thriving businesses. There's no gatekeeping here. We're here to support each other. We're here to see each other rise. And I'm sure you're going to hear tonight how we're not all the same. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different whys. We all have different reasons to why we're here. There's different motivation for absolutely everybody. We have working parents, we have stay-at-home mums, we have nannies. We just have people from every single walk of life, and we're all flipping busy. We are all busy, and that's the best thing, is that this fits into everybody's lifestyle in the most tiniest pockets. Like, I do a little bit before people get up in the morning. I do a little bit on my lunch break. I'm scrolling my phone anyway, so why not monetize that scroll and earn an income? So I'm going to pass it over to Katrina, and she is going to share her story with you and take it from there. Are you there, Katrina?
I am. Thank you. Thanks, Emma. That's just amazing. So many pieces of that are kind of my stories too, but an older version. So I'm Katrina Parker. I am mum of 4 grown children, and I'm going to say I'm a grandma to 3. I work full time, and I also have an Airbnb that is 1.5 hours from where I live and work. So yes, I am busy, but you know, as Em just said, you don't need a lot of time to do this business. You can do it in the cracks of your time. I send messages while I'm making a cup of coffee. I'll go and water some plants, and I'll make a call. You just fit it in. But why I came into this business was I was just scrolling Facebook one day, just scrolling away, and I saw a post, and this post had this amazing anti-aging device that was going to solve all my problems. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to inquire about this. So I asked for a little bit of info, and they actually brought the device around to me to try. But funnily enough, I'd actually inquired on the galvanic spa because I was focusing on my wrinkles. I really wanted to get rid of my wrinkles, and that was what was triggered me. But they brought me around the Lumi spa. Anyway, so this just goes to show you can't do the wrong thing to the right person, because I looked at the Lumi spa, I was like, and I said to my husband, I don't think that's what I inquired about, but hey, I'll try it anyway. So I did. And look, the results were instant, and I loved it. And so I went ahead and I purchased and I bought it, and I was, using that. And I used it for about a month. And I thought, and I looked at my face and I noticed the changes, and I thought, well, if this has helped me, I'm sure that other people that I know, it'll be able to help other people. And so I asked my upline. Thank you, Jodie. So I asked my upline, and anyway, we arranged to have a Zoom meeting with my upline, Tina Fulton Kennedy, and the amazing Alison McMillan, where Alison explained to me the business and the money. And then she said to me, where do you see yourself in this thing? And I was like, well, me, I'm going to be a blue diamond. That's me. I've got my hand up. I'm in this thing. Anyway, so then it all got real. I had to put my mouth put my body where my mouth was, and I had to actually do something. So way I went, didn't know a thing about posting, social media, anything like that. My God, I was 55. Who knows that sort of stuff at 55? So it was a really steep learning curve for me, but way I went. So I was a very good student, and I learned a lot from Christy and from Jodie. I watched and I learned and I listened, and I thought, and then Tina and I did the blitz, and it was terrifying to me. It was really like, driving off a cliff, because I was terrified. But hey, I survived. I didn't die. It was great. Anyway, so away we went. And then, a little while after that, I'd been doing the business probably 18 months, and Tina was qualifying to go to what was the previous success trip? I've forgotten. The
Hayman Islands.
No, the cruise.
Alaska.
That's the one. Thank you. So she was qualifying to go to Alaska, and I was going, wow, how awesome would that be? I'll never be able to do anything like that. And anyway, we, she was talking to me, and we were chatting every day, and I was going, I was encouraging her. And anyway, she made it. She got the trip. But then Alison and Tina said to me, why don't you try for the Maldives? And I was like, I won't be able to do that. And they said, yes, you could. And because we had a wine while we were doing this, and this wasn't just a very strict meeting of, what you can do, what you can't do. So we had a couple of wines, and I said, oh, why the hell not? Let's go. Let's have a go at this. Anyway, so away I go again, completely out of my comfort zone again. So anyway, we hooked in, and the first month was done. And, the first month, I don't think I got there till the bitter end. It was like, 10:59 or something on the last day of the month. But anyway, I cracked it over, and and I made the first month, and I was like, right, okay, we've got that first month, only 3 more to go. Yay, that's cool. Anyway, so we did it. And I just followed the system, and I committed. And, once that first month was over, it all seemed to get easier from there. And I made it, like, and all expenses paid for two to the Maldives. Honestly, it was something I never thought I would be able to do, and I did it. And I took my husband with me, and we just had the best time. And I got to see and chat with all you amazing ladies, and it was just fantastic. And so thank you very much. So if you're sitting out there thinking, you know, you can't do this, or you're a little bit interested and you could just take it from me, you can do this. You can do this business. It's just trusting the system, trust yourself. And I wholeheartedly recommend it. And the ladies that are with you, they lift you all the way. It's there's nothing like it. There is nothing like this group and this group of ladies. And I'm being helped financially, and my personal growth has been huge. So thanks very much. And so now, after all that, I'll have to wait, my dears, my voice is going to go again. I have to hand over to Jodie.
Wow, thank you, Katrina. That's a hard one to follow. Amazing. So I love hearing the stories, and it's all just, the heart of what this business gives. And everything that you said just relates to me so much. So been to the Maldives, I call it the Maldives because I'm from England. You all call it the Maldives. I'm starting to say the Maldives now. But my name's Jodie, and we went to the Maldives with my husband, and I was able to take my two kids. I've got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and it was just the most incredible experience to be able to do that. It's our third trip, and we went to the Hayman Islands last time, and my kids still talk about it. They always, like, just in the normal day to day, they're like, can we go back to Hayman Island? And I miss Hayman Island, and all this stuff. So it's just such an amazing thing to do as a family. And being rewarded with that. We've always traveled. I've always traveled my whole life, and backpacked around the world. So to be able to have, this 5-star trip is just not something I would normally treat myself to. So, and the beautiful thing was, one of the girls on my team, Sarah, she was able to come along as well with her husband, and they got married and had the Maldives as their honeymoon. So, that's the kind of things that are just incredible. So my story, my background is in the beauty industry. I started this business 11 years ago, and I was the most quietest, shyest, introverted person you would meet. I was terrified of speaking to people. So, if you're someone who's shy, or you don't feel like you can put yourself out there, then that was me. I was the most skeptical person as well. I had a question for everything. I had a question for everything, basically, of why I couldn't move forward. And I just had to get out of my own way. But my background's in the beauty industry, and the thing that really got my attention was I had pigment. I had terrible pigment on my skin. I had acne, and the products really helped my skin, and it gave me confidence, and I didn't have confidence. And I saw it as a way, because I wasn't a mum at that time, but I saw it as a way that I could have freedom and flexibility. I have always worked hard. I've always worked for other people. And I was tired of it. And I was tired for asking for holidays. I was tired of just never making enough money. So I saw this as a way that I could help people, and I could help myself at the same time, and cut down my hours and leave my job. And that's what I did. And that was sort of the beginning of my journey. And we actually bought a 2-bedroom unit in Sydney. And if you're from Australia and Sydney, you'll know how expensive it is. And we bought a 2-bedroom unit when my son was born, 2017. And it was all we could afford. It was all we could afford. And if I had not have done this business, we wouldn't have been in the situation we are now. We've been able to buy a house and keep that as an investment, and only because of this business. Because if I was working full-time, a normal wage, or working in my traditional business, which I've had before, I always had a cap on my income. So I was always trading that time for money. And this is just what's possible. You don't have that cap. So I'm grateful every day that it's given us that opportunity. So I'm going to share, because we all want to know a little bit more about how the money's made and how this business works. And, that's really important to me. I'm sure that's really important to you. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay, I hope you can see that. Now, so with this business, we earn 4 different ways. So you can earn a retail markup on our products. Now, if you don't know, we are #1 in the world for at-home beauty devices, and you can make anything from $10 to $150 on our products, our items, and that's the retail markup, and it goes into your bank straight away. The sharing bonus, we have a sharing bonus on every product, which is $2 to $100 per product. Again, if you're running with devices, they're anything from $30 to $100 per device, and that's the retail markup and the sharing bonus, so you get the both. Then we have a building bonus, and the building bonus is anything from 5 to 40%. So if you imagine you've got your warm people, customers, we show you how to expand outside of that, and all of those people you can get paid up to 40% on a building bonus, and then you get a leading bonus. So the leading bonus is your team. So when you've helped people within your team, it's almost like you're helping people build an anti-aging franchise, and what that looks like is about 20-30 customers. So that you yourself will create 20-30 customers. We would help you to do that, and when you've helped other people do that, that's when you get the leading bonus. When I first started this, I had no idea how to build a team. I had no confidence, but you have all the support. You have 6 people above you who are there to help you with your business. So just know that you've got that support to help you to plug into. The other thing that is, I had someone ask me the other day, is this business free? Like, what do I need to do? They were really wondering, because they've been stung before in different companies. It's completely free. So I just want to put that out there. This is completely free. You can create your own account completely free. Obviously, try the products, really important, because that's how you're going to grow your business faster. But it's completely free, and you get 2 free apps. So you've got the Stellar app, which is the bottom one. That's a business app. So the benefit of that is you can actually send, because we're a global business, you can send a link to somebody in the UK or somebody in Germany or wherever, and they can create a free account for themselves in that country. So that's the Stellar app. It's got all your business behind the scenes. And then the Vera app is a brilliant tool for a customer. So a customer can actually get the Vera app, download it, and scan their face. You can do it yourself, and it tells you what you need for your skin and recommendations. So these are just tools that this company have for us, and this is what's possible. So I remember when I first saw this slide and I looked at I don't know where you're looking on the slide, but I was definitely looking at the end. And even if that took me, when I first saw that, I thought, wow, I could never earn that in a job or a traditional business. If that took me 5 years, I'd be happy. If that took me 10 years, that I'd be happy. So once you actually get to earn as well the success trips when you've helped one person. So if you look at this line here, just think about that anti-aging franchise again. So when you've helped one person, is here when you've helped 2, when you've helped 4, when you've helped 4 people, but one of them is a good, I call them a fat leg, someone who's got a good, strong business. When you've helped 5 people, 2 of them have got a good, strong business, and when you've helped 6, and 3 of them have a good, strong business. That's the business. Now, I'm not going to get too much into this, but if you want to know a bit more of how to create that, this is just what's possible, and I look at that and go, what could that give you? That income, what could that give you? The other thing that I want to share is we do have a subscription-based business, which gives automation. So I know for me personally, in the early days, I didn't build a business as quickly as I should have maybe, but it just wasn't my time. And I had this subscription-based business, which it just ticked over. I was just getting money into my account and I wasn't doing much at all because I had this subscription-based business. So it creates automation for you as well. So I'm going to pass it over to Sam.
Hey.
Sam.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Great stories. And Katrina, I had tears, and it took me back to my first trip, and I totally understand. So yeah, I was so excited to go away with all these inspirational, amazing girls and their partners and so many more. And it was my 5th trip. So I have been in the business for 14 years and I absolutely love it. At the time, I wasn't looking for another business. I left school when I was 14 and a half and didn't know what I wanted to do. So my mum put me into hairdressing. She said, you're going to work in a salon rather than going down the beach and chasing boys. And I I didn't really like hairdressing. I liked it, but I really liked fashion. So I got into fashion. Then I worked my way up into management in Country Road, got a transfer here to Queensland, and I loved it. But I hated being a weekend manager after I had my kids. Like 28 years ago, they put me on weekend manager. And so I started my own business. I got my own boutique with my mum, and I loved it. I thought, like, I don't want to work for someone else for 40 years and, do all the things that the girls were talking about. I wanted to have my own business. So that did really well, and I loved it. I loved that it was my own business and I could make my own decisions. But the GFC hit in 2009 and my business went down really fast. My mum was more concerned about aging. I was only 40 at the time, but she was 68, and she was aging quite fast, and her face with stress and everything was starting to droop. So a lovely lady came into the shop and shared with us this wrinkle iron, and her and mum got on really well, and she just invited her to have a demo. And I was like, oh no, she's going to want to sell us this. And I said, is this network marketing? And I was like, oh, double no. I just was like so against it. We didn't have the money. But anyway, she came back, did half a face, and mum got a lift. And I rang up my brothers and said, I've found the perfect gift for mum for Christmas, and it might keep her quiet for a little while. So we bought her this. And I was 40 and I had a really deep line here, and my friends were saying, don't worry, get some Botox. And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to get Botox. So I started using this, and then mum and I started fighting over it. So I got an invite to back then it wasn't so much online. I got invited to a meeting, and it was at Southport Golf Club. I went along to it and I was like, wow, these people in here, just their stories, their skin, I'm just like, I might take a little closer look at this. So then I went to another presentation, and I was like seeing all these people be on these trips and they're earning money, and I'm like, why not me? So I just started sharing it a little bit, mainly offline, like I was telling people. And when I started using the products and finding out about what was coming, the Lumi Spa came out a few years later, and then the Body Spa came out, and I'm like, when I found the Lumi Spa was #1 in the world, I was like, oh my goodness. So my business grew really fast. I got to the top level in 15 months. This was before the Lumi Spa came out. I've been on 5 free trips, and they've all been 5-star, no wallet, just take your partner along, have the best time ever. But not only is it the trips, it's what happens along the way. Like, you get to feel and look as you best can. So I'm 54 now. I'm a glamour as well. And I've also, the people that I've met, the journey that I've been on is such a self-development journey. It's incredible. My beautiful mum passed away 10 years ago, and if I know she can still see me now, but when she passed away and our business was going down the gurgler, she financially was very sad. So she was worried about me. She was worried about my future, and she knew she was happy that I'd found this company and I'd started thriving. And I just know she's looking down on me now going, oh my goodness, like, wow. And that's sort of what drives me, is I think, right now is a little bit similar in what's going on in the world. And I know that New Zealand have officially said that there's a recession. There's so many people struggling. And I think, I was worried about, I didn't want to ask my friends or my family. I didn't want to be known as that girl that pushed on their business. But now all I do is send people an invitation. I say, look, if you want to, have a look at this, or, it comes up in our conversation. I just get really nosy and ask people how they are and where they're from, and you just get better. And I think with our training and the system that we tap into, it just makes it easier. And sometimes you do feel uncomfortable and it doesn't work, but it's just like, some days it doesn't and some days it does. And then, I was lucky enough to have one of the girls in my team come on the Maldives trip, and to be on her first trip with her partner and experience watching their wow and what is possible. And not only that, but their journey on how she looks, over 10 years. And she's a beauty therapist. So, it's just that, to me, is just the best feeling in the world, to see other people thriving as well in this day and age. So I just think, and we've got the collagen, which is just going absolutely crazy. So with these devices, there is a technology called AgeLock, and AgeLock is a $10 billion brand. We have like over 75 scientists, so it's right up there with. We have not a lot of competition, and the company is going to be the leading. They want to be the leading in anti-aging and health and wellness. So what else is there to do but to look and feel as good as you possibly can? Love these products and devices. And you've got to share it with other people, because people need this, whether it's finance or whether it's to look better or whether it's to feel better. It's our duty to share it. And I just think spread it to the world. And it's in over 50 countries in the world. So everybody, every budget is going to love what we have. So why not you? Christy, I'll hand it back to you, gorgeous.
Yeah, cool. Great.
You there, Critty? Okay, sorry, I was talking on mute. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to wrap it up because thank you, everyone that jumped on. Thank you, all those that are listening in. I hope you guys got inspired to do something for yourself. And definitely, if you have any objections or concerns, talk to the person that invited you on tonight. We all work together as a huge, big team. Yes, we have our own teams, but it's so much better when we work together. A lot of people do think that, you have to start at the start when a company is born, but not with our company. You can literally come in at any single stage and thrive in our company. They continue to develop products, innovating products. They have a pipeline of products that we are launching this year and next year and further years. And so that's just a huge, huge wave coming right now. And we want to help more people catch it with us. We're in over 54 markets around the world. So you can literally sit on the couch, watch Netflix, put your soapy on, get on Facebook and make money from your phone or from home, around your family, around your lifestyle, around your commitments. So thank you, everybody, for jumping on tonight. And I hope I see you on the other side. Bye, guys.
Thank you.